Hey everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. If you're new here or you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. It does help us feed our hungry hippos. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Today we're looking at what sold on Mercari in the month of October. Full stop, full transparency, these are all our sales. There's 10. We had 10 entire whole ass sales on the platform of Mercari in the month of October. I'm going to tell you that last Q4, this was daily and probably 2 to 3 times this on a weekend. Ever since they changed the fee system, our sales have been declining. Now, I know there's resellers out there who say the fee structure has not affected them. Their sales are better than ever. Their sales are just as good as always. And that's great for you. And if that's you, you can remind me in the comments yet again that there's people that are doing okay. And that's fine. And that's your experience. But my experience is that since the fee structure changed and the buyers started to pay fees, our sales started declining slowly over time from April to now. And this is what is happening. I have 10 entire sales in the month of October, in Q4, when even during summer slowdown, I would have more than this in a weekend in years prior. Mercari's never been my best-selling platform. We've never sold like hand over fist here, volume or profit. However, it held its own. It used to hold its own, and it's not. I don't know what the answer is. I talked in great length in the what sold on September video about Q4 is really my last straw for Mercari. If it doesn't pick up, if it doesn't get better in the next 2 months, I cannot justify spending any effort, energy, or time on this platform anymore other than to ship items if they were to sell. Meaning, I've already put in the effort and the work in the 5,000 plus active listings we have on this platform. So I'll leave them. I'm not just going to take everything down and walk away. I've already put the work in. But I'm not going to end and relist. I'm not going to really worry about offers too much, which they just changed that, by the way. If you didn't know, I got the email last night. Let me pull that up so I can read it to you. But yeah, that's what it's going to be. I'm going to leave everything as it is and just not put any effort into it. So no new listings, no delisting, relisting, probably very little offers, and I'll ship things if they sell. And then I'll pivot into spending that time that I would normally spend listing and delisting, relisting on Mercari into something else, probably Etsy, probably another platform. I'll probably add that to my schedule. So last night I got an email that said that starting on Monday, November 4th, they're discontinuing the smart offers feature on Mercari. This is not the lowest price, smart pricing, I guess is what they call it. The smart pricing is the one that would lower your price over time until you reached a platform. That's still there. This is if someone sent you an offer and you set it up that, oh, I'll accept down to $15 and it was within your range, it would automatically accept the offer for you. That's not there anymore. I would also like to point out that yesterday was November 4th. Now, you'll be seeing this video on Friday. I'm pre-recording. So you'll most likely be seeing this Friday or Saturday of this week. The changes happened on Monday, November 4th. I received my email at 7:30 at night. I don't remember exactly the time, but it was 7:30, 8 o'clock at night of the day they made the change. I don't understand these platforms, Poshmark included, that keep giving us notices of changes that are happening the very same day. A day's notice would even be better than nothing. If you can't tell, I'm getting a little tired of platforms, especially in Q4. Stop doing shit in Q4. All right, you ready to see my whole 10 sales? Woohoo! Retire now. I'm going to retire on my I'm going to retire on my Mercari sales. I called it Matari, like Atari. Okay. This is a pretty good sale. It's a plush from an anime. And those always do well. Plushies from animes, comic books, cartoons, video games, they usually do pretty well. This is from My Hero Academia. This is Deku. I'm probably saying his name wrong. I apologize to him if I am. Deku. So for $20.25 on an offer, sold a Beanie Baby for $12 plus 4 shipping. So there are some Beanie Babies out there that still aren't like the bottom of the barrel poop. They paid 4 shipping, so $16 all in for a Beanie Baby. I will tell you that all Beanie Babies are poop. Don't source them. I say that all the time. But there's always an exception to every rule. Even the opposite end. There's some brands out there that are considered bolos, but there could be something within that brand that's not so great. So you have to do your due diligence and learn as you go. My exception with Beanie Babies is if I see something like this. If it's a specialty holiday Beanie Baby, I would comp it and see if I want to source it. Fortunately for me, I do buy most of my items anymore wholesale. So this would come in a box and it would be good to list. He's really cute. He actually hung out on my desk with me for a while, for a couple months. Sometimes the plushies that I think are really cute, I let them hang out with me in my office for a little while and until it gets crowded, and then I have to start putting them down in the garage. This is Legends Raccoon. So I've never heard of this brand before. I will be on the lookout for it moving forward. It's a very tiny tag. You can see we had to use scissors to hold it down to get a photo. I usually use a black Sharpie marker to do that. I don't know what was going on that day. Anyway, Legends. And the reason I'll be looking for them is because $13 isn't too shabby. It's bread and butter. Most plushies out in the wild here are getting way too expensive. I mean, like $25 for Squishmallows and crazy $5 for Beanie Babies at the thrifts. However, sometimes at yard sales and church sales, you can find a stuff a bag or 50 cents, and then he would be worth it. $5.31 plus $5 delivery fee comic book. So this is something I would sell for around $14.15 on eBay. You can see we took a best offer here. This is kind of a poop comic that's been around for a while. Remote. Again, this is like a $9-10 remote. Remember, we pay 25 cents a pound for our remotes. So we pay a penny a remote, basically. And anything we get, we list. I need a drink of water. Here's another comic. $8. Poop. I understand, or I have a theory. And if it's true, I understand why. A lot of our lower priced items are selling on Mercari. A lot of the poop. It's because of the fees the buyers are paying. When they go to check out, they're seeing a laundry list of fees. First of all, it looks like DoorDash. But secondly, they got taxes. They got their buyer's fee now. They got shipping if it's something I haven't flipped over to free shipping yet, which is a slow process. I have 5,000 listings. When I decided to start doing free shipping, I had, I only do 20 a day, delist, relist. I can't spend all my time doing that. So there's just so many fees that they're seeing that, you know what, maybe they are only buying $10 and under because they can justify that in their mind with all of the other fees and everything they're paying at the end. So this is a tie bar by Swank. Kind of neat looking. Sold for $9.50. This is cute. I knew I could get $25 for Tommy jeans for $20. I still pick these up if I find them for 99 cents. And Hudson is actually a bolo brand for women. These are girls, so you have to list them for a little bit less because they're kids. I still got 17 for them. Now, women's Hudsons, I usually list around 35, 40. So those are my sales on Mercari. I mean, it is what it is. I got 5,000 items on there. I might as well let them ride and see if they sell. but this is just discouraging. And now that they're taking away the fee system, they did send a survey out. I think last week I filled out asking about the fee structure and how we feel about it. I let them know how I feel about it. I didn't hold back any punches, and I was honest. It took Poshmark 3 weeks to decide it was a bad decision. This has been going on for almost 7 months with Mercari. And again, I know there's people out there that say their sales are great, but of the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of resellers I deal with every week in messages, social media, emails, listing parties, YouTube, all that, I actually have heard maybe one person say their sales were okay. And that person sells one thing a week, typically, before and after the fee structure. They're a very part-time seller, hobby seller that sells like electronics, like video games and stuff. So of course their sales probably aren't going to be impacted, but they have like 100 active listings or something. So yeah, you have to take that into account too. When someone says my sales are just as good as they've always been, does that mean you have 10 items listed and you sell 1 item a month and you're fine? Because for volume sellers, it's not. Hey, how's Etsy? I think I'm going to pivot towards Etsy next year. All right, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to join the Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. Go be productive. Go make some money. And as always, thank you for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.